good stuff. Call to order the meeting for the regular scheduled board meeting for August 10th. May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. McDonough?
Here.
Mr. Booth?
Here.
Mr. Bosch? Mrs. McDonough?
Here.
Mr. Smith? Mrs. Hubbard?
Here.
Mr. Lee?
Here. All right. First order of business is a motion to approve the minutes from the regular scheduled board meeting on July 13th of 2026. Is there a motion? So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Dr. Hill, you got some future dates for us?
Yes, indeed. We are rapidly approaching the start of the 26-27 school year. We started new teacher and new staff orientation this past week. We have one more day for new staff orientation. And then next week on Monday and Tuesday, we have our Staff Institute days. So we will be having all of our staff, all of our building staff returning to our buildings. We will kick that off with a welcome back meeting on Monday, August 17th. And we will have a lot of great things for our staff members as they are coming back. Then the first day of school, first day of student attendance is Wednesday, August 19th. And so we are very excited. So just a reminder to all of the families out there, if you have not clicked submit on your registration, it is time to do that now. And if you think you have, but you're not sure, it's time to check now. Then there will be the back to school party that is in partnership with the Village of Homewood on Saturday, August 22nd. By the Homewood Village Hall. Our first early dismissal day will be on September 4th. Then Labor Day is September 7th, that Monday, and we will have no school. And then our next Board of Education meeting will be on September 14th here in the James Hart Media Center at 7 o'clock p.m.
All right, thank you for that, Dr. Hill. And just to reiterate, please make sure you hit submit.
Right now.
Go ahead and do it right now. I will not relay how many families I just saw this evening at HF that had not hit submit yet. But the number for me was a little scary. But they'll be fine and they'll start on the first day, I'm sure, because they're going to hit submit. All right, do we have any presentations this evening?
No.
No presentations. All right. You need audience participation.
Hello, my name is...
Come on up.
If you don't
could.
mind.
You could give us your name and your residence.
So my name is Liz Casanova, that's my husband. We live at 18135 Copshop, and we have a daughter at Churchill. And so we've never come to one of these, and so we kind of figured there's...
Keep going.
So we figured there's no time like the present. There were a couple things that in the last few years, now that we've gotten into a groove with the school district, we're really happy with our time. Come on up. So we've had some time to kind of digest the way that everything has been moving. So with Willow, there was no devices coming home or anything like that. So last year, she was in 3rd grade, so it was our first experience with a school laptop and all of that. And so we're kind of trying to familiarize ourselves with the amount of learning that's going on the devices, and coming from the old days as we all have. I think we're used to seeing things on paper and books and things like that. And so I guess globally we were wondering kind of about if there's a specific policy that we could read about the level of instruction that takes place on screens and maybe the rationale for that. Because I think just specifically, I know that for practicality reasons, like I said, we found last year that it was kind of difficult to know what what work she had been working on, because a lot of it, you know, we would say, well, what homework do you have? Well, I did it at school. And so a lot of that stuff we're like, well, we don't know what you're doing. And so there was that sort of issue where a lot of times I think we felt like it would have been easier if more like just paper came home and we could actually like review stuff of how things were going that way. So there's that instance there. Then also too, just everything that we all know about screens and everything like that, and how inundated we are with them through our whole lives, and we just have a little bit of a concern with like the amount of time that they're also looking at a screen in school, and just knowing that there are all those studies that you learn better when you're writing something down with your hand and when you're, you know, just reading something in a book. And so those were our two kind of global questions, and then one was a concern that we learned about last year that I thought maybe you guys might not be aware of, which is that on those school laptops that the Churchill kids get, casually my daughter came home one day and just casually mentioned, hey, you know, so-and-so showed me how to get YouTube on their laptop. And so she showed her how to get them unfettered access to YouTube on the school laptop. And I was concerned about that because I'm not positive what all she's going to see on that. And so that's another concern I have, is just the amount of access that these kids get to content on these devices that is not educational. Like, you know, to be like she can watch TV at home all day, and it's like in school we want to make sure that she's learning and having educational content. So that was a lot of word salad.
Yeah, no, but all very valid. So just a couple of quick things, and then we will absolutely follow up with you to give you, you know, more detail. Okay? Absolutely, absolutely. I won't keep you on stage. Just the first thing, just to know, we globally believe very much in balance with the use of screens. So I can guarantee you, and I know Mrs. Peacock, principal in Churchill, can tell you, our students are not on screens all day during their, you know, class time, during their lesson time and things like that. We use the technology as what it is, which is a really good tool to give access to some things that will help kids to practice and help kids to be able to access information and things like that. But it is very controlled, and so when our students are at Churchill and they are doing their lessons, much more of it is, you know, they're doing paper and pencil, or they're doing a combination. Very seldom is it that they are just, you know, spending a bunch of time in front of the screen, or allowing the screen, for example, to do the teaching for them. Our teachers don't do that, and so our students, they're spending their times, oftentimes they have workbooks and things like that, so you don't often see as much as, you know, back in our days, everything was a worksheet that would go home. Many times there are things in, you know, their journals that they're keeping at the building, or in their workbooks that they're working on for the different curricula that we use. And so sometimes, you know, it gets hard for us to have you routinely see coming home all of the things that they're working on, because a lot of times they're keeping it there, they're working on it throughout the week and things like that. But I will tell you, first off, you can rest assured that they are not, you know, spending their whole day on screens, or, you know, not getting access to the paper and pencil, the writing. We know what the research says. And as a former kindergarten teacher, I am very much, I want kids writing and drawing and cutting and pasting and all of that kind of stuff. So that's the first thing, but we'll be able to give you a little bit more detail about specifically what that looks like by grade level, because of course it's going to look different for a 7th grader than it will for a 3rd or 4th grader. The second thing is as far as the access to anything on their district issued devices, quite honestly, the students think they have more access than they have. We use a variety of systems, including one called Lightspeed, that allows us to have very clear control over what they can access on the district devices. And so, whereas they may be able to get to YouTube, they don't have like unfettered, like I can get to anything. That being said, every year, as you know, we always have to be paying attention to, okay, what is the, what are the filters, what are the things that we can do, and we do look at that every year, and we do updates every year to make sure that we keep it, as locked down as we can, while still allowing them to use the technology appropriately. We also do provide an opportunity, an option for parents to be able to see what their reports on what their children have viewed on those district devices. So we will get back to you with a little bit more with detail and how to do those things, and then making sure that we can kind of share with you and everybody else, like, this is what it looks like in 3rd grade compared to 5th grade compared to 7th grade. We will be happy to do that because it is a major issue, and what we want is the kids to be able to access what they need and be prepared for this world that uses technology, but also in ways that doesn't get in the way of their natural ability to learn. So we will definitely reach back out and talk more about that.
Thank you for bringing your concern to the board. I think it's very safe to say that we all share the same concern. I have a 7th grader and a sophomore now in high school, and it continues to be a concern. And having access for supplemental work is one thing, but then just having more access to screen time and the research and things like that. Now, we echo and feel the same way, and have had conversation around even instruction on the screen with IXL and things of that nature, to make sure that we're getting it right in regards to pen and paper and the power of it. But thank you for your comment and coming to the board today.
Should I go back to my
Mhm.
statement?
I would love to, if there are any, sort of studies or things that you all are basing the curriculum and decisions off of, if you would mind, emailing them to us, I would love to review them to kind of see what the rationale is for the policies that have been written, just to further educate ourselves, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, are there any other audience questions, comments? All right, do we have a response to any questions posed at the previous meeting?
No, not this time.
Do we have any reports from committees, committees or outside meetings?
Yes, we had an finance and property meeting to discuss items that will be forthcoming related to our budget.
Gotcha. Any other reports? All right, Dr. Hill, you have a superintendent's report?
Okay, just very briefly, as we all know, it has been a challenging summer for our entire community, and of course that includes our school district. We are in the midst of working on finishing some of those summer projects that of course have been impacted by all of the recent storms. So we are in the process of working toward the completion of the roof work and the HVAC work here at James Hart School. We will be ready when school starts next week. The schools will be open and safe and comfortable. We will be working every minute up until that time to make sure that that happens. So that has been that. I also did want to share, we had a question come up for the board that I believe a community member reached out via email to the board regarding a program called the Community Eligibility Program, or CEP. That program is a program through the National School Lunch Program that allows school districts to provide free lunch for all students and breakfast for all students in the entire school district. So the question was about whether or not our schools could participate in that, moving forward. At this time, based on our demographic information, it does not appear that we would be eligible for that program. The program is based on the amount of poverty within the community that you serve. So it's not just based on how many students and families will qualify for free or reduced lunch. It is actually limited to those families that could receive direct certification. So that would be families that qualify for SNAP benefits or food benefits, TANF, homeless families, etc. And that number has to be over 25% served by the school district. So based off of what we have seen in our community at this time, it does not appear that we would qualify to be able to participate in that program, but it is something that the application comes out every April. So in preparation for the next April, we will be looking at our numbers to see if that would be something that's possible. But as of our last year and our previous numbers, we're not eligible for that program at this time. So I just wanted to share that because I know that was a question that came from the community, and it is something that we should always pay attention to as ways that we can support our families.
Makes sense. Thank you. We have a few consent agenda items. The first agenda item here is to authorize the chief business official to pay the usual and customary bills for September of 2026. Any questions in relation to that? Any comments? The second consent item is to set the time and date for the hearing for the fiscal year 2027 tentative budget. Did you have comments there?
This is, an annual process, and so the goal would be to set the hearing for the budget to take place on September 14th, which is the date of the next regularly scheduled Board of Education meeting at 7 o'clock p.m.
All right, the next consent agenda item is change the time for the regularly scheduled board meeting, as you alluded to, for September 14th. So moving that meeting from what would have been the previous Monday.
Well, moving it back a little bit from 7 o'clock to 7:15 or immediately following the public hearing, just to allow for us to make sure that we can have the public hearing.
Gotcha. Thank you. The next consent agenda item is the personnel report. Any questions there? Questions there. The next consent agenda item is the new and revised policies from press via the first reading. Are there any highlights there?
No, most of these are very basic updates and updates to footnotes, but we do like to try to stay on top of any of those updates based on the state.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented in items 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D, and 7E?
Motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented. Oh, so you're the
You just
Sorry.
all in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Aye.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bouquet,
Yes.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Zimmerman,
Abstain.
Mrs. Gully,
Yes.
Mr. Booth,
Yes.
Mrs. McKelvin,
Yes.
and Mr. Bosch.
we have 4 action agenda items this evening. The first of which is the second payment of July 2026 bills and the first payment of August 2026 bills. Any questions from anyone on the board? Do we have a motion?
Moved upon the recommendation of the chief business school official that the Board of Education authorize the second payment of June 2026 bills and the first payment of July 2026 bills in the amount not to exceed $7,653,593.83.
Second. All in favor? Say roll call. Oh, roll call, please. Sorry.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Zimmerman?
Yes.
Mrs. Scully?
Yes.
Mr. Booth?
Yes.
Mrs. Popelka?
Yes.
Mrs. Bethea?
Yes.
And Mr. Bosch? 5 ayes.
Thank you. The next action item is for employment. Any questions from the board? Do we have a motion?
Moved upon the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the employment of Laura Fabra, Annie McGon, Jennifer Hampton, Ramona Miles, Maya Robinson, and Erica Nielsen, effective August 17th, 2026, upon the terms recommended by the superintendent, conditioned only upon receipt of a satisfactory criminal background report and evidence of proper legal qualifications for the position to be filled.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Zimmerman?
Congrats on the science teacher. Yes.
Mrs. Scully?
Yes.
Mr. Booth?
Yes.
Mrs. Popelka?
Yes.
Mrs. Bethea?
Yes.
Mr. Smith? And Mr. Bosch? 5 ayes.
All right, the next item is an item in resolution for abating the working cash fund of the district. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right, as Mr. Zinnerman alluded to, this is an item that we discussed in our F&P meeting. Do we have a motion?
Moved upon the recommendation of the chief school business official that the Board of Education adopt a resolution to abate the working cash fund of the district in the amount of $5,823,073. I'm sorry, $5,823,736.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Scully?
Yes.
Mr. Booth?
Yes.
Mrs. Popelka?
Yes.
Mrs. Bethea?
Yes.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Zimmerman?
Yes.
And Mr. Bosch? 5 ayes.
Carries. Lastly, we have an action agenda item for physical therapy for the 26-27 school year.
Question on that. Just a quick clarification on that.
Go ahead.
No, just a little bit more clarity.
Yes, so this is, we do an outside contract to provide some of our physical therapy services because there's such a variety of services that need to be provided at different places, and because, as you can imagine, the nature of being able to get a full-time physical therapist. So we have worked with an individual that has been contracting with us for multiple years. And so this would be for the purpose of continuing to provide physical therapy through a contract with this individual. The amount is based off of the amount of services, so there is no set amount that we're required to use. It's based on the needs of our students.
Okay. Any other questions? We have a motion.
Moved upon the recommendation of the Director of Student Support Services that the Board of Education approve the physical therapy contract for the 2026-2027 school year.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Booth?
Yes.
Mrs. Popelka?
Yes.
Mrs. Bethea?
Yes.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Zimmerman?
Yes.
Mrs. Scully?
Yes.
Mr. Bosch? 5 ayes.
All right. Do we have any discussion items this evening? None? Any written communication to the board this evening?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Sutton. Motion to adjourn for the evening? Oh, I'm sure. Is there a motion to adjourn for the evening?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you all for attending this evening. Next meeting is September 14th.